In this video, we will help you to connect deeper with unicorns. Those wonderful beings that help us to purify our whole energy system. We know them basically as magical creatures. And it is interesting that it may be the only magical creature where everybody has a positive feeling about. They seem to invoke true magic in us. Even though we don't know what the real reason is, we feel attracted to them. And that's why there are so many beautiful images. And most of those images have to do with a horse, mostly a white horse with a beautiful horn. Is that the real form? Not everybody agrees. This is from Michael Green's book, The Unicornist Manuscripts. Fascinating book, because he depicts all kinds of different forms that are not traditional. When I looked at unicorns in the beginning, I actually didn't see them as horses. I saw them more like the way Michael Green depicts them, more as deer. Not only that, you may be able to see in this picture that they have two toes, while horses have only one toe, and I always see them with two toes. So we can go to this different form, but what I realized is that unicorns show themselves to us in the way we like to see them. And the general idea is a horse, so that is how we see them most of the time. I remember when I was looking at the second of the six, because there are 6 species of unicorns, the second one, I saw a very small goat-like being. And he's a very powerful being. So one day I said to him, I don't understand why you're so small. And then it showed to me this big being. So just what they want to show us. The key is not to get hung up on the form, as you may understand. So let's stick to this beautiful image of this magical horse-like creature. And I love this particular one, so I keep showing this one. But I told you already that there are 6 species. How do I find out that there are 6 species? To understand whether a species exists, I always go to the morphogenetic system. And you see an example of this. This is the grid, or at least a little piece of the grid of the what I call the level 1 unicorn, the one that mostly looked like a horse. It's the most common one, and most likely that's why collectively we depict unicorns in this form. I call it a rainbow unicorn because when it moves, its fur is continuously changing in the colors of the rainbow. Very, very beautiful. But that's my image. I'm not saying this is how it really is. But you see here a piece of the grid of that species that exists over the whole Earth. And that is how we can determine existing species. In that way, 6 species were found. And it's also a good way to help to understand their particular role, function, energies. Every image you want to get about the species is in their grids. So that is where I looked at. So as I said, 6 species. And you see these 6 species here in this particular 6-pointed star. And what you see indicated is that those 6 species actually help us to purify our 6 energy bodies. So the level 1 unicorn, that I just called a rainbow unicorn, works specifically with the purification of our physical body. And the level 6 that you see above is the one that most specific works with the spiritual body. And then we have the other 4 that works level 2 with the etheric, level 3 with the astral, level 4 with the emotional, and level 5 with the mental body. So that means that if you connect with them, It literally helps you to purify your system in such a way that you will be able to bring more of your spiritual essence into this physical world. That's their role. And because we have 6 bodies, I assume that's why we have 6 different unicorns. And I consider this to be an unbelievable, beautiful gift. It's slightly more complex the way they work, because they showed me that to indicate the dynamics of their energy, the best way to do that three-dimensionally is through what is called a double tetrahedron. A tetrahedron is a pyramid with a triangular as a base, as you see in this picture. And it moves literally in a flowing motion from the top to the bottom, or from the bottom to the top. And in that way, each of the 6 sides represent one of the 6 unicorns. And there is you can call it an ambassador or a guide that called itself, it's very difficult to say what sex they have, Shair, and this is the one that has helped me to understand everything that I know about unicorns that we summarize in this video. So Shair in that sense is the guide of the whole system, bringing balance into it. And you can also say, because it's in the center, it holds the purity of the love of all unicorn species, to make sure, because love is the one that makes sure that everything stays pure, that that purity exists, even although they, of course, run the risk of being influenced by our energies. And in this final slide, before we start the meditation, I show you the location of what is very important for the unicorns, a portal to their star system. Portals connect with the star system, and the indigenous people believe that they originate from the stars, and that's why they have a deep connection with the portals to the different star systems. The unicorns have a unique connection to Alpha Centauri B. Humans have a connection to Alpha Centauri A. This is a portal to Alpha Centauri B, and it helps to connect with the total complex of the unicorn energy. So this is used as the basis for our meditation, so that you connect with all the existing energy and allow to pick up what is in that part of the meditation important. I will guide you. So prepare yourself now for the meditation. And begin with taking a few deeper inhalations and exhalations, allowing you to begin to relax. Relax as deep as you can, allowing your mind to quiet down, to make it easier to connect with your heart. Bring as fully as possible for you your attention to your heart. And besides being the pump that keeps us alive, our heart has a brain that helps us to connect and communicate with our spiritual essence. In a certain way, our heart is the center of connection from the physical to the spiritual. It helps us to connect with the light of our spiritual essence. You can imagine that light being in your heart, radiating out and beginning to fill your whole system. You are light. See yourself as light. And that light contains unconditional love. It carries unconditional love. So see and feel yourself as light and love. Learn to love yourself unconditionally, exactly as you are. Because from this place of love and light, you can make your connections to whatever you choose to connect as pure as possible, as optimally as possible. And it is important to always start with the connection with Mother Earth. We are part of Mother Earth, and everything we do has an effect on her. So it's important to connect with her, stay in contact with her from this place of light and love. It will help her to respond in love to us as well, and establish the possibility that we begin to learn to work in harmony with her. Now be aware that we are sharing this wonderful planet with a lot of beings, of which some of them are visible, but there are many that are not visible. And in particularly, we focus now on one group of beings, the 6 species of the unicorns. Is those that we are going to invite to help us to function in this world in the most optimal way by purifying everything possible in those 6 bodies that they help us to optimize, that we can function increasingly from our spiritual essence and fulfill the purpose for which we came incarnated into this planet. If you want, you can open your eyes and look at the picture, but you may trust that you have that connection with the portal, so that when we invite the different energies of the different species, the portal will help you to do so. So we start with inviting the level 1 unicorn. The unicorn that helps to purify our physical system. We invite this unicorn and we trust that by the invitation it will connect with us, so that we now from this connection can be open for the energies that it is presenting to us. The purifying, beautiful energies of love and light that helps us to bring the love and light in the most optimal way in our physical body. And while we stay connected with the level 1 unicorn, we now invite also the level 2 unicorn, the one that I used to call the little unicorn, the one that helps to purify our etheric body. So we ask this unicorn to come connect with us and present to us those energies that we can take in this moment to purify the etheric body, so that the first 2 bodies are going to the most optimal state possible for us. And while we stay connected with the first 2 unicorns, we now invite the 3rd one, which I call the middle unicorn because it had a size in between the previous 2, the one that helps to purify our astral body. And we invite this unicorn to bring in those energies of the beautiful light that they shine out that helps us to go to the most optimal state with our astral body, and as a consequence bring the three physical bodies to the most optimal state possible. Feel how more optimally they function. Feel how much more light there is in our physical system. And while we stay connected with these three unicorns, we invite now the fourth, the level 4 unicorn, the one that can bring the purification for our emotional body. And trust that you now have made that connection. And we invite the unicorn, the level 4 unicorn, to bring through the purification our emotional body to the most optimal level possible. And through that, to bring the 4 energy bodies all in harmony and optimally functioning. And while we stay connected with the first 4 unicorns, we now invite the level 5 unicorn, the one that brings purity in our mental body. Trust again that you have made the connection and that the process starts. And feel how that body gets purified. And with that, how all 5 bodies begin to more optimally functioning together. Pay attention to the shifts in your system that increasingly occur. And while you stay connected with the first 5 unicorns, we now invite the 6th species, the level 6 unicorn, the one that helps us to purify our spiritual body. Make your connection and trust that now also your spiritual body gets purified. So that now all 6 energy bodies are working most optimally in harmony and from the most pure energetic possibilities there is for you in this moment. Feel the differences that the unicorns have already brought to you. And be aware that every time that you invite them and do this meditation, the purification process will intensify. Feel that it helps you to connect deeper with your spiritual purpose in this world, in this lifetime. And that they truly can help you to bring this on earth. Feel deep gratitude for their presence and know that you can always invite them. Either all 6 or any of the ones that you feel that you need. Know that you can sit in these energies as long as you choose to. And when you feel ready, you can bring yourself back by taking a deep breath and bringing your awareness back. But first, enjoy your connection